Holy crap! You're looking at it on the screen right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Flower is back in Pittsburgh. It is 8:30 a.m. in Vancouver. It is 11:30 at night here in Taiwan as I am recording this audio because the Pittsburgh Penguins have signed goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury to a professional tryout contract. Welcome back, Fleury, to Pittsburgh, where it all began decades and decades ago, where he was the first overall pick back in 2003. Let's dive into this press release because the Penguins are diving into some very, very interesting territory. The Pens posted this about half an hour ago. Fleury will play parts of the exhibition game on Saturday, September 27th. The Pittsburgh Penguins have signed goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury to a PTO. It was announced today by President of Hockey Operations and GM Kyle Dubas. Fleury, 40, will join the Penguins for practice at 12 p.m. on Friday, September 26th, before suiting up to play in parts of Pittsburgh's exhibition game against Columbus on Saturday, September 27th, at 7 p.m. at PPG Paints Arena. The entire Penguins organization is honored to welcome Marc-Andre Fleury back to the ice in Pittsburgh, said Kyle Dubas. This past year, everyone witnessed how beloved and respected Marc is in the game of hockey, but the adoration goes beyond his accolades and career. Marc means so much to our team, our fans, and the city of Pittsburgh because of the person he is and the example he set. The Penguins feel he and his family are most deserving of this opportunity to celebrate this full-circle moment back where it all started in front of the black and gold faithful. Let's just give some acknowledgement and props, not just to Fleury himself, but to the GM who made this all happen. Kyle Dubas, say what you want about his inability to sign proper contracts, or his ability to put together a cup-contending team, but Kyle has always been a player's GM. He trades away Russian guys in Toronto that were promised spots in the lineup, but they weren't given to them. They do incredible things after leaving. Kyle Dubas also does some really good moves on behalf of the players, setting them up with opportunities and making promises and fulfilling them. This right here, Marc-Andre Fleury back over to the Pittsburgh Penguins, is the exact same thing. It's Kyle Dubas looking at the body of work and the longevity that Fleury has displayed in the NHL and saying, hey, you deserve to be rewarded for that with the organization that kicked it all off back in 2003-2004. Marc-Andre Fleury is more than deserving of this honor, and Kyle Dubas was the guy on top who pretty much facilitated it, if you wanted to say that. The three-time Stanley Cup champion in 09, 16, and 17, all with Pittsburgh, enjoyed a 22-year career in the NHL from 03 to 2025 as a member of Pittsburgh, Vegas, Chicago, and Minnesota. Over the course of his NHL tenure, Fleury played in 1,051 regular season games, with a .575, .339, and .97 record with 76 shutouts. He has recorded 15 20-win seasons, 9 30-win seasons, and 2 40-win seasons, and only Martin Brodeur has more regular season games played and wins than Fleury in NHL history. Talk about longevity, eh? This guy is literally one of the GOATs. The Sorel, Quebec native has achieved many individual awards from the NHL for his play, which includes 4 NHL All-Star Game selections in 2011, 15, 18, and 19, 1 second-team NHL All-Star selection in 2021, 1 Vezina Trophy in 2021, awarded to the goaltender who is adjudged to be the best at his position over the course of a season, and 1 Jennings Trophy in 2021, awarded to the goaltender with the fewest goals scored against them during the regular season. It is kind of interesting to me how Marc-Andre Fleury made the second-team NHL All-Star squad in 2021, but he also got the Vezina that year. How does that work? How does he not get the number 1 All-Star team goaltender spot, but walk away out of that season with the Best Goalie of the Year award? Something must have been in the water in 2021, but still, he has these awards. He, of course, had that crazy good season in 2021 with the Vegas Golden Knights. It was a shortened COVID-19 campaign. He had 36 games, but a .928 save percentage and a 198 goals against. I mean, it was the only Vezina that he ever won, but it was a very well-deserved one at that. Fleury had his longest tenure with the club as a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins, where he spent 13 seasons from 2003 to 2017. Fleury holds nearly every major goaltending record in Penguins history, as his games played, 691, wins, 375, and shutout, 44, totals all rank first in club history. Additionally, his .258 goals against average is first, while his .912 save percentage sits second among Penguins goaltenders with a minimum of 100 games played. Playoff success followed for Fleury as his 115 games played, 62 wins, and 10 shutouts rank first in club history, while his .265 goals against average and .908 save percentage rank third and fourth, respectively. As a member of the Penguins, Fleury was recognized for numerous club awards as well. This includes 3 Players' Player Awards, 2 Baz Bastian Memorial Awards, Good Guy Awards, 1 Defensive Player of the Year Award, 2 Edward J. DeBartolo Community Service Awards, 4 A.T. Caggiano Memorial Booster Club Awards, 1 Masterton nominee, Comeback Player, and 2 Team MVP Awards. Fleury was originally drafted by Pittsburgh in the first round, first overall of the 2003 draft. He is one of 3 goalies in NHL history to be taken first overall, along with Rick DiPietro in 2000 and Michel Place in 1968. Talk about a storybook ending and a storybook career for Flower, who was one of the most beloved players in the NHL the past year. You saw the retirement tour. You saw the props that everybody was giving this guy. You saw the respect that other NHL legends like Ovechkin gave out to Marc-Andre Fleury this previous campaign as a member of the Minnesota Wild. He wasn't even that bad. .899 save percentage and a .294 goals against. It could have definitely been worse. He also suited up alongside of Sidney Crosby for Team Canada, posting up a .944 save percentage in 3 games played. Not bad in the slightest for the 40-year-old goaltender. And now he's taking his talent and his story back to Pittsburgh, where it all began. I know we were talking about Fleury throughout courses of the offseason here. Apparently, some NHL teams were actually calling him up and asking, hey, would you come back and play in the NHL for our team? Only for him and his agent to say, no, I'm retired. I'm not doing that. You guys are desperate for goaltending because goaltending is really bad around the NHL, but I'm not coming out of retirement. Who knows? All I'm sitting here and thinking about is on September 27th, 2025, if Fleury happens to be really good against Columbus in a preseason game that nobody's really going to take much out of except for the fact that he played, if he's really good, what are the odds that the Pittsburgh Penguins actually think about bringing him on to replace Tristan Jarry? Okay, we're not going to go out there and dive into that fully, are we? I don't know. Blomqvist, he's fine, right? Jarry, he could be better. We're going to talk about him later in today's show. And then Fleury. Fleury's 40, man. I don't think he's coming back. But he's signing a PTO. He's playing in at least 1 game. This is going to be a storybook ending, and I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this Vitashroll 9, and bye.